Hey, what's happening, everybody? Tony Quintero coming from you live, San Luis Obispo, California, the happiest place in the United States, according to Oprah Winfrey. And I'm so happy today. Yeah. And pretty much, I want to talk to you guys about how to get a mentor. Previously, I made a video on why to get a mentor. Now, I want to answer the how to get a mentor. You guys know why it's important. How do we get a mentor, though, Tony? I know it's important. I want a mentor. I want somebody to train me. I want somebody to teach me. I want somebody to live life by me and give me wisdom and help me in my situations and speak and empower me, encourage me, and keep me accountable. But how do I get one, Tony? I've never had a mentor. Yeah, sure, I had a football coach, a baseball coach, but I just signed up for the team. How do I get a personal mentor? And it's a great question. The way I'll be answering that is by explaining my own experiences and what I've gone through. And so pretty much, it's pretty basic, but it takes a lot of courage. You have to go out there. You have to find people who have experienced a lot in the particular stage of life that you want to experience. So, for example, I talk about spiritual life being one aspect of life, business being another aspect of life, relationships being another aspect of life, your finances and your physical health being another aspect of life. So there's 5 different aspects of life that I focus on. And so I think that I'm going to have 5 different mentors. I'm going to have somebody who's a gym freak, who can pump iron and do 1,000 pull-ups in a day, but he might not know anything about business, or he might know a little bit about business, but he might not know anything about his spiritual life or his finances or his relationships. So we want to find a mentor for each 5 of these aspects. For example, for my spiritual life, I have 2 people, my pastor, Youngsu McCann, and another pastor named Randy Bossum here in San Luis Obispo County. And they help me in my spiritual life. They help me in my relationship. They know a little bit about business, and they know a little bit about finances, because obviously they've been pastoring for over 20 years, 30 years now. And so they've made some money. They have figured out what to do with their finances to some extent. And my pastor, Youngsu McCann, just ran a marathon last year, so he might know a little bit about physical health. But, he's mostly, these guys are experts at spiritual life and relationships, because they've done premarital counseling. They've married so many people. They've been married for a long time, over 20 years, 30 years. They've met with people. They have a lot of experience in these 2 aspects of life, so they're my mentors. For business, I have Todd Martincello and Grant Cardone, both real estate guys, super smart, super savvy, been in the business for over 20 years. They've figured it out. So I asked them all these questions, and they know exactly what I'm going through, because they've gone exactly through what I've gone through, so they can lead me through the way. For my finances, I also follow Grant Cardone, Todd Martincello, and Dave Ramsey. And for physical health, you guys, there's some young guys that I look up to. Relentless Alex, my friend from middle school, and Gio Couture, Body by Gio. These guys are super buff, super fit, my age. So I ask them questions every now and then. So what did I do to build that relationship? Well, first I recognized who I wanted to be my mentor. I looked at my pastor. Okay, he's a pastor. He must know something about spiritual life. I looked at Randy Bossum, a pastor. He must know something about spiritual life. Okay, these guys have been married for 20 years. Okay, that's a good track record. Okay, I'm going to go ask them questions. What do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about that? Hey, this is my relationship where I'm at right now. Hey, and relationships are overall different. You might be dating somebody. You might just have a friend, you might have a best friend. You have parents. You have children. You have grandchildren. So there's all different kinds of relationships, business relationships. How do you handle conflicts in every single one of them? How do you manage disputes? How do you encourage, edify, and exhort them? So pretty much you want to just understand what kind of questions to ask. I'll definitely be going over some segments of what to ask. But pretty much you want to first target who you want as a mentor, and just start asking them out to coffee. Hey, I pay, you pray. All right, let's go get some coffee. It's what my pastor says. I pay, you pay, I pray. But pretty much just start taking them out, asking them questions. It's just like dating a woman or a man. You take them out on a couple of dates. If they're interested, yeah, reel them in, you guys. You ask them out. and you make it official. Hey, I would love for you to mentor me. I'll commit. You have to be committed, you guys. You can't just um, not be committed. I don't want to say any bad words in this, but you can't. You have to be committed, because if you're asking them to mentor you, but you're not committed in that mentorship and you're flaking all the time, they're gonna stop meeting with you. They're not gonna call you anymore. People are so willing to mentor, especially these guys with a lot of experience. They want to mentor people. They want to share their experience. They want to see you succeed in that aspect of life. But if you're not showing up, if you're being late, if you're canceling, if you're not consistently meeting with them, if you're not giving them good feedback, if you're not growing, they're going to stop mentoring you, you guys. So it's just, just ask them out. Hey, I would love to have some coffee with you. I have a couple of questions. Great. Maybe I want to have lunch, whatever it is. Ask them a couple of questions and just build that relationship. Hey, let's go hiking. While you're hiking, talk to them. Hey, let's go kayaking. Let's go surfing. Let's go do something. Do something with them and ask them questions. Get to know them. Get to know them, you guys. Be sure that they're the ones you want to follow, and just start meeting with them on a consistent basis. Make it official. Communicate. Hey, I really like these things about you, and I would really like to take this relationship to the next level. And communicate. I want you to be my mentor. I want to meet with you on a weekly basis, on a bi-weekly basis, on a monthly basis. I want you to keep me accountable to these things. And they know what they're doing, you guys. They've done it many of times. They made disciples, or they've made proselytes, or they brought people on their team and have led them. They have taught, trained many people. So just find a mentor, you guys. Go out there, invite them out to coffee, invite them out to lunch, and get to know them and communicate what your intentions are, and you'll find a mentor, you guys. Good seeing you guys. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, subscribe now so you can get the best stuff that I have to give by the grace of God. Amen, you guys. Talk to you later. Adios.